My gosh. Mhm. I'm gonna ask you to give the update on like the fighting. Right.
We don't have one.
I've done that in the past.
Did the press release get out?
Yes, it's already in one of the papers. It's already.
We'll call this to order.
I don't hear your. No. Yeah, use Georgia.
I'm gonna borrow something else of yours, George. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the Plant and Equipment Committee meeting to order. Any public comments?
It says public committee comments.
Yep, either one.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have any?
No, no.
All right,
Just
item
public
3,
comment.
dedication of facilities, townhouse suites by Marriott.
If you remember last month, the Town Place Suites, we were waiting to get an update on the cost of all the facilities that were installed. We needed to get the latest because the one that they'd provided was from 3 years ago and it was the engineer's estimate. So I have reminded them no less than 3 times to get that to me and I still haven't received it. So at this point, I'm not going to put it back on the agenda until I get it.
Okay, I've seen they're still in the framing stage. So they're
Yeah,
probably just
yeah.
not
But
very-
still, they said they were ready to go and signed
Okay.
the documents, yet I didn't get that, so.
Okay, all right, we'll move to item 4.
Oh. Do we need a recommendation from the committee to accept the?
They did that
didn't-
last month.
They didn't turn in
Yeah.
they haven't turned anything in yet, Stan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you and Ron did recommend it last month pending the receipt of an updated cost of the facilities, but I have not yet received that.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't, we're good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then item 4, dedication of facilities, coffee shop, EV charging station. I potentially have a conflict with this, so I don't know if we could even make a recommendation because I will be declaring a conflict because I'm
Okay.
semi-related, so I don't want to vote on anything that could
Okay.
have an issue.
Well, I'll go over it for Stan, and then we'll just send it straight to the board, I guess.
That'd be perfect.
So part of your paperwork that you got was the dedication, the timeline, and this is actually an updated cost, a construction cost of $40,779 for the facilities that they installed over there. This is that one right next to McDonald's. We are also getting a new, we're vacating the existing easement where the old water line was, and they're providing a new easement for the new water line through there. So I'm just waiting to get the wet sign documents from the engineer, the surveyor, and then we'll get those sent over to the county. But as far as the actual facilities, they have been installed and are tied in, so ready to go.
Okay.
No contingencies or anything.
George, I'm assuming the staff is in full agreement with the project at this point?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay. And then we'll bring this up at the full board?
Correct. It'll go to the full board.
Okay.
Since
with
you can't,
Jordan's recommendation?
since
Yeah, okay.
Chuck is not going to be participating, yeah.
Okay. All right, moving to item 5, Inyo Kern Road Transmission Pipeline replacement.
Go ahead.
The notice inviting bids went out officially on December 1st. I know that they have sent out 2 packets to contractors and are looking at 4 more. So hopefully we'll get a good competitive bid.
Okay.
We received the first draft of the, what's it called?
I've been working with Cal Muni on the pro forma that will go into the draft presentation for the bond raters, with Standards and Poor's typically who we use. So now we're working on the draft presentation for that. I believe we're anticipate a meeting with S&P on January 4th.
So everything is on schedule.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Dan? No. Okay. Okay. Item 6, Booster Station Project Update.
Okay, well, they did finally get passing bacteriological samples up there. I think it took 4 times. So today they're tying in for the C-zone boosters, and then tomorrow will be the D-zone. The bypass is still in place, but they're doing their tie-ins. And then the welders will be over there tomorrow to make the header connection. So we'll have an update meeting tomorrow, so I'll have the latest and greatest on when the project's expected to be completed for the board meeting. But the last meeting we had, they're looking at January 11th or 16th, right around that time frame. So
All right.
they still have to demolish the old booster buildings, and I'm working with 2 companies to get prices on a lead and asbestos survey that has to be done first before the demolition company can get started on that.
Okay. Any questions, Dan?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Item 7, arsenic treatment facilities.
Well, they're offline for the season. I guess the biggest thing is we have been sifting the media and finding that we can reuse the support media and not so much the treatment media. It's very powdery now and not suitable. So we're putting together exactly how much we need and getting some quotes from the 2 suppliers that we've used in the past to find out what we need to budget, because we'll be needing replacement media, and we need it before the new pumping season to make sure that we have those plants online, considering that I don't think the transmission line will be done in time.
Okay. I don't think so either.
I'll just also note that at the Aqua meeting, they said they were gonna have revised standards for arsenic. I talked to Jason about it. I think Jason indicated that when we are treating, we're down at non-detect, so it doesn't look like that would be any additional cost, even if they do lower the arsenic standard.
Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, item 8, cost, operations, impact of receiving imported water. Do we have any discussions or comments on that?
I'll just note that last week we had a meeting with the GA. I was on telecon. Once again, requested the opportunity to discuss costs. After some discussion within the GA, I got a call from their legal, Mr. Lemieux, and he said that they were, at this point in time, they just couldn't find a way to meet with us to discuss cost. So first request was on 2nd October. Additionally, at the Aqua conference, I ran into some various consultants. There was one consultant in particular that I met with for a couple of hours, and they are a professional consulting firm that develops cost estimates for multi-agency projects such as either the imported water pipeline, and does cost comparison. So because they carry certain certifications similar to something that a CPA or a tax accountant would have, where they are required by law to provide accurate and defensible estimates, and they can't sort of be seen as favorable. In January, we're going to meet with them and the staff, and we will probably be bringing forward some information to see if they might be a suitable entity to sort of develop and review some of the various cost estimates and sort of put more of a professional touch. This is really their business, is coordinating these things. And I've talked a little about bringing in an economist or someone who's really good at this. And I think there's some promise in this company. I don't know how expensive that would be, but certainly given the state that we're in today, where we need to start to understand costs and we don't seem to be making a lot of progress, I feel it would be appropriate for us to at least investigate what this company might bring to the table in terms of comparative costs between various options that are out there.
All right, thank you.
That's just a heads up.
I only want to make one comment, and I think in light of our press release that went out a little earlier this morning, I'm anticipating and hoping that our groundwater authority will look at the new science that's being exposed, and to see that maybe we can look other avenues, and they will realize that this is a good thing for this valley. So that's what I anticipate, and I'm hopeful of that we won't be going through this.
Yeah, well, I would certainly agree with your comment, and I think that is the real best solution long-term. But I am curious, have we made any additional contact with AVEC regarding getting numbers from AVEC?
No, the last meeting we had with AVEC, we essentially talked about costs, and they did say that they were entering into some sort of a formal agreement with the GA, but we haven't heard anything from AVEC at that time. I did run into Matt, the general manager at AVEC, at the conference, and we exchanged pleasantries, but nothing of significance to report here.
No. Okay. Well, and they are obviously a major player, and I guess even though we need to continue to push the GA to try to get us better numbers, the numbers that they give us from AVEC need to be validated by numbers that we get from AVEC. So, okay, well,
Right.
thank you.
Yep. Okay, moving to item 9, any future agenda items?
Just to let you know, I'm keeping on here, just so we don't forget, the schedule for, once we get to it, and we have the money for the Springer Avenue pipeline replacement, inspection of the other transmission pipelines, and possibly looking for grant funding for that La Mirage area replacement that needs to be done. So we're keeping that in our heads too.
Okay, thank you. All right, if we have no other comments, we will adjourn at 2:11.